What's up, guys? Welcome and thanks for joining another Age of Empires casted replay. Spawning in on the west side of the map, we have the yellow player, Wednesday, playing as the Order of the Dragon. And on the east side of the map, in the orange, we have myself, LeBaked, playing on the Japanese. Wanted to show you guys this one today. It was a fun one, and it had both of the new civilizations in it. Two of the new civilizations in it. Yeah, and it was a bit of a fun one. Today we decided to go for a samurai archer kind of rush. And we'll see how it plays out against the Order of the Dragon, who are no joke and have some very strong units. So I thought this would be a fun one. I wasn't sure how it played out. I haven't played this matchup yet, so. Yellow player doing pretty standard stuff. 6 on food, 3 on gold. Gonna want to age up as soon as he can. I actually catch his scout here. I almost kill it with the town center, and then I wall it in so he's stuck in my base. But I don't get his sheep, not yet, because we don't have any units to kill that right now. Pretty standard openings, I would say, for both civilizations. Yellow player, Wednesday, putting down the Minework Palace. Going to be going for those cheaper upgrades. And also slapping down a barracks. I decided to throw down a Kura storehouse. This passively spawns farms in every 40 or 50 seconds around the radius. So it gives me 12 free farms over time, which is really nice. Help me save quite a bit of wood and boost my food production. And once I get my Daimyo Manor upgraded, it'll, inside of its sphere of influence, it will boost these farms by 25%, and any more that I build around it later on. So we're definitely going to need a lot of wood starting out, and a decent amount of gold. So we're just continuing to add more villagers as we wait to age up. And we're going to get a couple on stone as well, so that we can upgrade to our Daimyo Manor. Yellow player slowly expanding out to other resources. Got the trees, the berries, and another berry over here. Going to be looking to get quite a bit of food. Both of us even on villagers right now, the villager count. He also goes for an archery range alongside his barracks. Waiting for a few of those upgrades to come through. I see the first one he's getting here is siege engineering, so he can make battering rams with his infantry units. And now we're both in the feudal age, reaching the second age. The Kura storehouse has just completed, and the first farm has spawned. Going to be spawning in a clockwise manner. We've done very well on sheep, got quite a few with trapping a scout in the base. We didn't kill it yet, but that left my scout free to grab the sheep in all the other areas, so we made out pretty good. Decided to take a run in, take a look at his base. This is the first look I've had to see what he has. Pushing with an early gilded man-at-arms, double the life and damage. Well, not double the damage, but double the life and more damage. He's got his 3 and 3 upgrades. Man-at-arms. Gonna start pushing here and trying to burn down my fence. But we're not too worried yet. We'll start getting some units as well. Scout just taking a run around his base, having a look to see what he has, make sure there's no big surprises. I did spot the stable and the archery range and all of this stuff here, so I know he's not massing any one particular thing. He has a variety of military buildings. Yellow player now putting up a wall of his own, keeping me trapped in his base, so I'm going to lose that scout. I dropped down 2 barracks, getting my samurai upgrade to hardened samurai. And I'm also going to be getting, I already got it, my upgrade to add 1 melee damage to all my infantry. Which will be nice on these samurai, who are very good and very good into infantry with their passive ability here, that little white shield they have on them to block an attack. And we also throw down 3 archery ranges and another barracks here, so we're gonna go 3 and 3 to start producing samurai, and gonna produce some of the cheap archers that the Japanese have. They don't do a lot of damage, but they're nice and cheap, and we can get quite a few of them going. They can help support the samurai. My Katana Bannerman coming out, providing an aura, 50% damage buff to all my units. And now Wednesday decides to push in. He's got a ram here. He's got a couple units. Nothing too heavy right now, but he's going to start knocking on the door, see what he finds. I see this out here and figured there can't probably be too many units out here, so I just send these guys all out. Take out this battering ram. Could be a problem if we leave it alone, obviously. So we kill the battering ram. And get a nice big surround, excuse me, nice big surround on his man-at-arms, and then we move in to take out the archer, and decide to do a little counter push of our own. Pretty weak push attempt by him. He probably should have had more units than that, but we push it off, which is good, and then we follow up with starting to produce our own archers and more samurai. And of course, we are producing lots of villagers and units in the meantime. On wood and gold, and continuing to fill the farms, getting a little bit of stone, so everything's coming together. We're up to 37 on the villager count. He's only at 29. Now, Order of the Dragon villagers do take longer to produce, and they do carry 40% more capacity, so that's not as big of a gap as it looks like. So we decide to return the favor, come and bang on his gate, and we have a few more infantry with us, so we're going to push in here and see what we can get done. He's not moving into age 3 yet, so he is going to sit here so that he can pump out enough units to try to defend my push. Throwing up a tower now, using 5 villagers. Throwing up a tower. He'll probably get back with these guys to grab food somewhere in the back and fight around his outpost, which is probably a good idea for the size of the push that I have here. And now we start producing even more infantry, and we just rally them over to his base. Backing up a little bit because we don't want to fight in the range of the tower. Bannerman's still alive. Give him that buff to all the infantry units, which is really nice. He's got quite a few archers. These guys are actually really good if you start getting a decent little mass. He is picking off quite a few of my units, but he maybe just doesn't have quite enough infantry to block up all this stuff. Couple spearmen mixed in there to deal with the horsemen. Those guys are really tanky. They're a light horseman for the Order of the Dragon is basically just like a knight for anything else. And now we start to push in. We've got a nice little trail of reinforcements coming across the map. We've got our entrance secure with a stone wall. And this is definitely a boxy little map. This is the first time I played this one, but definitely nice for securing your base. And more units continue to follow up, along with more production in the background and more villagers. Pushing through pretty nicely, taking out most of his army here. He's got a few villagers hidden up in the tower, but we're going to be able to start pushing through this. The alarm bell is rung, and all the villagers start to garrison, giving him a lot of extra shooting, a lot of extra arrows with those guys all garrisoned. So he's going to need the backup. Same as the Holy Roman Empire, these guys have the emergency repairs ability available if they need to use it, which it looks like he just did. Sending a group of samurai around the back, a little raiding party here. Going to see what villagers we can find on the outskirts of his base. Try to clean those up. Getting a few stone workers here, nice and juicy. Archers continue to hold the front, poke at the tower. They're not going to get much done there, so we decide to move them in a little deeper also. And just to be safe, we set a couple here onto making a battering ram just to take care of that tower, because those arrows are definitely starting to thin out my units. But we have a nice trail of reinforcements coming in. Smart of him, dragging my units back underneath the tower and the town center, which will be able to provide quite a bit of fire support. So I need to be careful. I basically just lost all my samurai there, but he's losing villagers in the background too. So nice little trade there. I will take that for a few samurai. And I must say the voice lines for the Japanese are definitely the best. As you can see, these archers don't do a lot of damage, just taking days to take down this gilded man-at-arms, but he calls it in there. He sees the ram coming. I killed a ton of his villagers, and we had quite a lead on this guy, getting ready to go into the second age. So, good game to my opponent, and it was a fun one. And that is a little bit of the power of the early Japanese push with samurai and archers. Especially against Order of the Dragon, where they don't get to make too many units. It worked really well. So, GG's. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys in the next one.